Hello and a very warm welcome to my Atari ST nostalgia trip. This time I'm going to play 8-Ball Pool, which is a sports game developed and published by MichTron, released in 1987. And 1987 was also the year when we finally got a color monitor for our Atari ST, as I remember it anyway. But I think this was one of the games I still played in Monochrome when I played it for the first time. And of course, in accordance with the rules on this channel, that is also how I will play it here. Because it is available in Monochrome, I will play it in Monochrome. There's not much else to say about this game, except I remember it as being very simple, but still quite entertaining, even if it really didn't look and feel like a 16-bit game. Let's just find out and see how it plays, and if I still like it. Let me just start it. So it says no cussing, no spitting, no betting. And it plays a very famous but simple tune. Yeah, it's also a very short tune. You could really tell it's an early game because they had no idea how to really work the sound chip. So you can actually sort of adjust the rules a little bit, which is a scratch, which is not. I will say, okay, when I hit the ball off the table or not hit anything, or hit the wrong ball first, and the other two, they're too difficult. So I will allow people to shoot backwards, and I don't care if a ball doesn't hit the cushion. Now this is quite interesting. You can play a practice game, which is you play on your own and you just try to pot all the balls. Or you can play a two-player game, which is always human against human. So apparently there are no computer players in this game. There's no AI, probably because they know it's really difficult to actually play this game accurately, which you will find out. I will just make it a two-player game and have Tom Cruise play Paul Newman, because that's what you do when you play pool. Now there's also a help function, which basically blanks the screen and puts up a dialog box that says if you want to start over, just press escape. And if you use the right button instead of the left one, and you hit 4 times as hard, which is nice for your break of shots. I wouldn't recommend it to do it at any other shot because you will very easily hit the ball off the table, and it's actually better to not hit the balls too hard because it's not very accurate as it is. Even if this resolution looks quite crisp. I mean, 640 by 400 back in the day was actually, it was quite impressive as a resolution goes, because most computers couldn't do that, except the really expensive ones. Let's hit a really hard break-off shot. And you can also see it sort of has difficulty when a lot of things is happening. There's some slowdown in the game, and it's kind of difficult to aim because, especially when balls are further away, you have to sort of adjust the length of your cue to sort of hit harder or softer. And even if 640 by 400 was quite crisp, the balls are just so small, it's really difficult to hit them at the right angle. So you can say, it's simple geometry, but geometry doesn't work if you have no accuracy. So that makes the game actually quite difficult to play, as you can see. So now player 2, which has the plain colored balls, and I'll just hit this one and try to see what happens. See, this is sort of dead on. I will go 1 pixel to the left, and immediately it's just nowhere near where I wanted it to be, because I can't find the right angle to play it at. It's just really difficult. So I usually just start hitting balls until I really find one that's sort of close by that you can actually hit. Let's see if I can make a double. Because this is basically all there is to this game. It's really simple. It's quite entertaining. To be fair, I don't remember playing it a lot. I think because it was inaccurate, although this was really my fault. And this was also my fault. I'm not paying attention, not the amount of attention I should pay anyways. Player 2, which was these balls. I mean, normally you would play it with 2 people. You would both suffer from the same problems, so you wouldn't really mind, and you just hand over the mouse to each other. and playing it. Ooh, that was almost... Oh, okay. See, I didn't pay attention, and it said I hit the ball of the opponent first, which is a scratch or a foul. I will choose to place the ball. And I forgot which color I was. A player 2. Ah, okay, so I actually placed the ball for a ball of player 1, which is wrong anyways. I keep hitting the balls way too hard also. That's I shouldn't do that. It's just this should be enough. Yeah, it still doesn't work. So basically, yeah, it's sort of entertaining to play this together. Did it wrong again. I just play it. Am I player 2? Let's hit this ball off the table, because it gives a nice sound. I actually hit the white ball off the table without even hitting the other ball. I don't know how it did that when I was that close, but yeah, apparently they believe that's possible. That was a good shot. And I'll play it too. I'll just clean this up a little bit. And to be fair, I said this game was entertaining. I actually getting quite bored already. I think I prefer playing real pool anyways. I mean, I'm not very accurate in real life pool also, but at least I can blame myself. I don't have to suffer from blaming a program. And I just did it again. I just play it from here, because player 1 was this ball. Yeah. Sometimes I just hit a ball as hard as I can and just hope for the best. Yeah, it doesn't really help. It's very inaccurate. This is such a simple game. There were later all other pool simulators that sort of worked a lot better. Were also a lot better graphically, and I did it wrong again. I think I've had enough. I think we all know enough about this game already. So this turns out to be quite a short video. I'll just say escape, and you see you can do a practice game, which basically means... Oh, my white ball fell off the table. Okay. But in this case it doesn't really matter, because it's just player 1. And I made a foul again. I think we've seen enough about this game. It's one of the very early games. Yeah, it was entertaining for a little while, but I think this goes in the same category as the tennis game I played earlier. It's entertaining for, I don't know, a few times, then you put the disc back in the box, and as you gather more games which are way better, you just never play this one again. And I think that's all I have to say about this one. So, pretty short video, but I think we can all be happy about that. And I think I will move on to other games that are way more entertaining than this one, which is probably a good idea.